What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another live episode of the Pride Podcast. On today's episode, we're going to break down the offense and defense, the keys to victory. We have our bold predictions and scoring predictions, and we also have our locks of the week. Also, all on the Pride Podcast. Here.
It's what we started with last year, guys. Grit. And what does it mean? There's a number of teams, they just barely get to the water. Then there's a number of teams, they are in the shallows. And they come in a hurry, man, and they are all over your ass. They strike and move, and they're dangerous, man. You just got to get a hold of them, though. And you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them. Because we'll tread water as long as it takes to fucking bury you.
This is everything I suffered for. The meaning of desire, this is what I call the moment of truth and what you fighting for. You gotta see it in your mind and read between the lines. The truth never lies, look me in my eyes. I go to battle in the field, I'm prepared to die. Take every step to success, now I'm flying high. Got a heart for the vultures with an eagle eye. Run down on you when it's midnight. Pressure makes diamonds and it busts pipes. Take the breath out your lungs, then I come alive. There's levels in the war with each sacrifice. There's levels to the game, heirs to the throne. No matter what it costs, I never sell my soul. Yeah, I'm on top now. I never stop now. I'm on top of the world now, I'm in my zone. No matter what it costs, I never sell my soul. I'm on top now.
Middle of the field first. Jamison Williams takes off.
Looking throws deep downfield, wants J-Mo. Inside the 20, got it. 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Jamison Williams.
Levels to the game, heirs to the throne. And this is what I'm on. The king is back.
Game is over.
The king is
Pack it
back.
up, boys. We're going home.
The king is back. Heir to the throne. How real is that?
It's hard to break us now. It's hard to break us. As a matter of fact, you ain't gonna do it.
There's levels to the game, heir to the throne. The king is back, and this is what I'm on. How real is that? Yeah, how real is that?
Let's fucking go.
Carl. Oh, let's go, baby. It's Lions game day. Lions, Buccaneers, man. If you just need a get up, like, you don't need caffeine. Like, if you're a coffee person, you don't need it. If you're an energy drink person, you don't need it. Whatever the hell, what is that? A McDonald's drink? Whatever it is. You don't need it. If you need it just to boost the energy on a Sunday morning, early Sunday afternoon, just watch a Carl Collins video and you'll be ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's fucking go. Lions, Buccaneers. Let's get right into it. Inactives. Both teams. Let's start with the Buccaneers. I'll read off the Buccaneers.
God damn.
And then we'll have Malcolm read off the Detroit Lions.
Do you hear that? Do you feel that energy right now, man? That's a surgeon. That's a surgeon. Let's go, man.
Tell me, man. You don't need no energy drinks, no coffee, no caffeine is needed. Just watch the Carl Collins video. It's clean. It's it just gets the job done. All right. Shout out to Carl, man. It's just to go at this. All right.
You want to put on some football pads right now and just go out there and run and go off the boys, man.
Buccaneers and actives. We got tight end.
Fuck that shit. You know what? That's exactly what I'm. Fuck this shit.
Oh fuck! What is going on? All right, Buccaneers. He just has bad. Where the fuck did you get those?
This shit is backwards. Hold on. It's backwards. Hold on.
Oh my! What is going on? All right, just leave them on. Leave them on for the rest of the
Let's
episode.
fucking go.
Oh, let's
Put
do
me in,
it.
coach.
All right.
Put me in, coach. This is what Carl Collins did. Carl Collins did it. He made me want to get into the goddamn game. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
All right. Tight end, Devin Culp. Offensive tackle, Luke Gedeke. Cornerback, Josh Hayes. Defensive lineman, Kalijah Cansey. Outside linebacker, Jose Ramirez. Defensive lineman, Ben Steele. Safety, Antoine Winfield. That's a big loss. Oh, my God, man. I don't know why I lost my voice off that. What's the line actor report looking like right now?
I just threw you off with this fucking.
Yeah, it threw me off. Threw me off.
I threw you off completely. It's all Carl Collins' fault. He's the one that did this right now. He's the one that did this right now, man. This shit's kind of small, but it's so fit. Let's go.
Is that bag like in high school? Where are those pads from?
Yeah, man. This is a little bit after high school days, but yeah, I mean, shit, my shoulder pads. Yeah. For the Lions injury report, inactive list, we have defensive lineman Marcus Davenport. Man, this brother better not do this to me, man. He's already missing time. He is inactive. Safety, Iffy, Ifanu Manafanu. He is inactive. Wide receiver Isaiah Williams. He's inactive. Cornerback Ennis Rickshaw Jr. is inactive. Linebacker Trevor Nowaski. He's inactive. Tackle Giovanni Manu is inactive. And offensive lineman Colby Scoresdale is inactive. Yep.
There you go. That's your lines. Inactives. Yeah, 2 injuries on this list. You got Iffy missing another week. Oh, taking the pads off. And then you got edge rusher Marcus Davenport, who is dealing with an injury all week. He is going to miss this week. And that means James Houston is active this week, who missed week 1, who was a healthy scratch. So interested to see what the role is for a guy like James Houston going this week. I mean, I'm not expecting anything as far as Davenport's role, but, who's going to take the bulk of Davenport's role because, he was a big part of this defense last week. So we'll wait and see. But looking very quickly, right? You look at this Buccaneers injury report, see a big one right off the gate. Antoine Winfield Jr. not playing in this game. That is a huge loss for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. And I'm going to ask you the question. You see a no Antoine Winfield Jr. on the field. You see a no Kalijah Kancey on the field for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You look at this Lions offense. What do you think they could do this week?
I mean, right now, Tampa Bay Buccaneers is missing 2 of their, I would say, two of their top, 5 players, I would say, on the defensive side. I mean, losing Antoine Winfield Jr. is huge. I mean, I don't even know who is the backup. Who's replacing him?
Christian Eisen.
Oof. Do you know anything about that? Because I know nothing about that guy.
No.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a good look. I mean, they're definitely banged up. The Lions should definitely, take advantage of this. No, I don't think Kalijah can't even play against us last year. I think he was hurt last year too.
Might have been hurt. Well, I think he played the playoff game, but I think he missed I don't think he played both games. We played him twice, obviously. We played him once in Tampa and once in the playoff game in Detroit. I want to say he missed one of them, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I definitely remember him being out. I'm not sure if it was both. I know one for sure. That he was out. And he could just tell the difference when he was in there and when he was out. He's another solid player, man. This is tough for them, man, because they're losing a lot of starting potential guys on their starting lineup.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is still really legit. Like, they have still a lot of really good pieces. You still have to deal with Vita Vea, who is one of the best defensive linemen in football, and that's going to be a task for this Lions interior offensive line for sure. But I'm looking at this Lions offense, right? There looked like there was some rust last week, and it didn't get to the ability that we believe this Lions offense could reach, obviously. And I think that's kind of expected week 1, right? I don't know. I just expect the offense to get more in rhythm. A week's past them now. They had a whole game behind them. They played in overtime, got a gritty victory versus the LA Rams. I'm not saying it's going to click into midseason form all today versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I expect it to get some more rhythm today. You're relatively healthy, and I'm expecting the playmakers that you count on in the offseason and you counted on last year. I'm expecting a bigger role from Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of his most quiet games we've seen out of him probably since his rookie season, honestly. We just don't see games like that from Amon-Ra. Sam Laporta, pretty quiet game from him as well last week. Like, I'm expecting those 2 guys to have a bigger role, especially now with no Antoine Winfield Jr. And now it's like we talk about it every week. The Lions just have so many pieces. It's like, what is Tampa Bay going to do to kind of minimize or limit this Lions offense? Because you can really only choose so many routes. Like, are you going to stop the intermediate routes with Laporta and Amon-Ra? Are you going to stop the deep ball with J-Mo now? Are you going to stop the running game with Demo and Jahmyr Gibbs? Like, there's just so many options the Lions could do offensively. I don't know. I'm expecting more of the intermediate passing game. I feel like that's Goff's most comfortable style of play. That's when we see him his most confidence, when him and Amon-Ra are going, or him and Laporta are going. Like, he could get the deep ball going with J-Mo. We saw it last week. But I think when we see Goff at his most comfortable is when the run game's going and he can get those intermediate routes off to Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta. So I'm expecting Amon-Ra and Laporta to have bigger weeks this week.
Shit, you stole my freaking predictions, man. Yeah, Amon-Ra and Laporta. I'm expecting them both to bounce back and have a really big game. I think the most important thing about this, you look at this inactive list, is Penei Sewell. I mean, he was banged up all week. He was on the injury report. He's active. We have.
He wasn't missing this game.
I figured, but I mean, a little worried about, like, okay, if he doesn't go, is Dan Skipper out there? Like that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, Panay Sewell's out there, and then we're gonna get to see DJ Reader for the first time. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
DJ Reader he's active and he's ready to go, man. So this is it's looking good for Detroit Lions, man.
Yeah, I mean they're healthy for the most part. Obviously, losing Davenport's a big loss, but like I think we talked about all offseason, like they don't necessarily have a star-studded edge rusher alongside Aiden Hutchinson, but I think they have a lot of like solid pieces that could fill the void. Like we saw Levi, like he filled in a big role last week, and he's versatile. Could play the edge, could play the interior. Pascal, I expect him to have a bigger role this week now with no Davenport, and then obviously James Houston, who was the wild card. Like I don't know what the staff doesn't love about James Houston. Like I know he's limited, but like I just don't see how there's not a role for a guy like this on every game week basis. Like his pass rush ability is special, man. I don't think you get 8 sacks Thanksgiving into the rest of the season in 2022 on accident. I just don't. And I know last year was an injury-riddled year. He got hurt versus Seattle week 2, and then he didn't come back all the way to the NFC Championship. Like I just know the talent's there with James Houston. So I'm excited that he's active this week. I'm hoping there's some type of role for him this week too defensively. And like you mentioned too, man, DJ Reader being back on defense, that's absolutely huge, man. And something the Lions, I think, will do better this week. I think they'll actually get more sacks this week compared to last week versus the LA Rams.
That's interesting. I want to see how they go do. I want to see who's going to be able to bring that pressure now that Marcus Davenport is not playing. I want to see who's going to be that guy that's going to fill in that role on that other side of Hutch, that end role, and create that pressure because Marcus Davenport, he played great last week. He played great.
He was.
I believe he has 6 pressures, and he did a great job. Now, can we get a guy that can do that? Is it going to be Josh Pascal? Is it going to be James Houston? Who's going to be that guy? That's the big question mark.
Yeah, I mean, I think something too. Like we saw the pressures last week, and some people are saying, "Oh, pressures are useless if you're not getting the quarterback down." And whatever, right? I think that's kind of a lazy argument, right? Pressures are very important, but I think something the Rams did very well, and even Dan Campbell mentioned it, like the Rams could have had 2 high school offensive tackles. It didn't matter. We weren't going to get Stafford down. The way that he was getting released that ball so fast, like there's just impossible of trying to sack Matthew Stafford. Like it was impossible. They were beating him very frequently, especially Aiden Hutchinson. Like he was having a great game. He just wasn't getting to Matthew Stafford because he was releasing the ball so quickly. Now with Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they look for more of a vertical type of offense. They're looking to release that ball. Like he's going to hold the ball a little longer and try to get a passing game going, right? A deeper passing game going. So I'm interested to see. I know there's no Marcus Davenport, but could a guy like Aiden Hutchinson get more sacks this week compared to last week? Or one of these other guys, like you mentioned, a Pascal or Levi or Houston, whoever, right? I'm interested to see if these guys could get home more frequently because I think this is a better, I guess, test for this Lions defensive line if you're looking for sacks. Like last week was a hard test to really indicate whether they can get the quarterback or not. I think this is a better test to see what we have really on the defensive line if they can get sacks this year.
I mean, would you be shocked? I mean, this NFL, man, it's a copycat league, man. Would you be shocked if they just go, they look at film, they see what worked with the Rams, and they say, "Hey, Baker, one step, one read, get the ball out." Would you be shocked? I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, NFL's a copycat league, man, and the Detroit Lions is not sneaking up on nobody no more. Everybody knows the Detroit Lions is a top team right now. They know the defensive line is not a joke. They know Eddie Hutchinson is not a joke. So I could see teams, a lot of teams going forward, going with that play style as far as, 2 seconds, the ball's out of your hands. One read, the ball's out of your hands. Now, is Baker Mayfield, how good is Baker Mayfield going to be if he's pressured and still get the ball to the right person? That's the question, because Matthew Stafford is different. Matthew Stafford, you pressure him, and he's still able to get the ball out to the right person. He had that one mistake where he threw the ball to Kirby. That interception is caused by pressure. Now, how much is that going to affect Baker Mayfield if they do go that route? I don't see a lot of teams going forward just have their quarterback drop back and pass the ball deep vertically when you have a guy like Aiden Hutchinson coming at you 1,000 miles per hour. Like, I don't see a lot of teams doing that. So we'll see. This is how a lot of teams are going to play going forward.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. When you have an elite edge rusher, there is certain game plans where you have to obviously minimize that guy. But like, I think some teams are stubborn to their philosophies. Like we see it. Like, why is TJ Watt getting in the backfield every play versus the Falcons last week? Like, you have to eventually adjust, right? Like, I just feel like some guys are just not suited to adjust, or the quarterbacks are just not good in that system where they can get rid of that ball quickly. Like what Matthew Stafford did last week is not something that was easy. Like first you have to have a receiver open, get the first read off and get open and obviously make a play. Like that's not going to work every single week for every single team. But I will say I could potentially see that copycat, like you mentioned, because Liam Cohen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator, actually comes from a Sean McVay tree. So I could see him evaluating that game very closely, seeing what the Rams did well offensively and saying, hey, let's implement it this week versus Detroit Lions. Like we obviously some flaws there. Maybe we can implement that into our game plan versus the Detroit Lions this week.
Yeah, I mean the way the Rams played this last week, it was really like A and B. So once he shipped the receiver in motion, he knew automatically we were playing zone or man. And if we're playing zone, you throw the ball to one guy. If we're playing man, you throw the ball to this other guy. So it was either A or B. So they knew exactly where they would get the ball to, depending on what kind of coverage we were playing. So if we see a lot of receivers shifting this game, that's going to tell a sign that they're pretty much copycatting what Sean McVay was doing. Right. Trying to figure out, are we playing zone and man, and then try to get the ball out quick, depending on which coverage we're playing. So that's going to be able to see what we how they're going to play us.
Yeah, and then obviously you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensively. Like this is a juggernaut. Like they have some pieces here, like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, one of the two best 1-2 combos as far as a receiver. So that's a tough test for this Lions secondary and just this Lions defense in general. And then I think what we say it every single week, this running game doesn't necessarily scare you, but they have options there. Rachaad White is not the most efficient back, but he's a great receiving back. So that could be a tough test for this Lions defense. And then something to keep an eye out for, the rookie Bucky Irvin stole some snaps from Rachaad White last weekend. We talked to Josh, who covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, earlier in the week on our pregame show, and he still expects Rachaad White to get a 75% of the workload as far as the running back room, and rookie Bucky Irvin will probably take like 25-ish of that snaps. So, I mean, as far as stopping the running game, I feel like you feel pretty confident as far as the Lions because, one, they're already really good at it beforehand, and two, you're adding one of the best run stoppers in the NFL, DJ Reader now, who's making his Lions debut. So stopping the run is not something I feel like too many Lions fans are too worried about these days.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound too cocky, but I am not worried about the running game at all. At all, not even a little bit. What I am worried about is how good is Baker Mayfield? That's why I'm looking. Baker Mayfield could have 1 week where he look great, look like a really good quarterback. Then he comes back next week, he look like dog shit. Last week, Baker Mayfield was 24 out of 30. He completed 24 passes out of 30, 289 yards, 4 touchdowns. Great numbers.
Very efficient.
Very, very efficient. Is he going to play like that? And the thing is, can the Detroit Lions secondary contain that and bring his production down? That's what I want to see. Because they have really good receivers. And this is another test of 2 good receivers going against a secondary, and how we going to be able to compete against them.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's putting Baker Mayfield in an elite category, but I think we could officially put him, or at least I will. I'm going to officially put him in the category that I think he's kind of researched his career and he could be a solid winner in this league. Like I think he's good enough now. I do believe it. I think he's good enough to win. Like I don't think he'll ever be in that elite category. I don't think he'll ever be in the top 5, top 10 conversation anymore. But do I think he's good enough to win? I do. And will he have some bad weeks? Yeah, he will. And maybe that could be one of them this week. But it kind of reminds me a little bit of Jared Goff a little bit. Like he's not necessarily elite, but he's good enough to win. And I kind of view him and Baker kind of similarly in that sense.
Yeah, kind of. The pieces gotta be put around.
You gotta be surround him. Like he's not going to carry you. He's not like one of those guys. But is he good enough to win? I think he is.
Yeah,
if you put the pieces around him.
Win some games. I mean, I don't think win what. When you talk about win what?
Like if the pieces are very, very good, I think he could, win a lot of ball games.
Okay, a lot of ball games.
A lot of ball games, get you some playoffs. I mean, like what he did last year. I mean, like he had good pieces. They got to the playoffs, won a playoff game, gave Detroit a run for their money. It wasn't like it was a gimme. We didn't kill them in that game. They gave us a run for our money. They were not too far away from playing the NFC Championship game themselves. So like, I think like he has the ability to win games. I think like this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is not a bad team at all.
Do you think he has the ability to take his team to the Super Bowl?
If everything is right, I think he has the ability. I think he's in that type of quarterback where I could see it happening.
You're a nice guy, man. Because I was gonna say, if everything is right, you put all the pieces around him. I still don't think he gets his team.
Like if you put him in San Francisco in Brock Purdy situation, I think he could do what Brock Purdy's doing.
I think he screws up.
Maybe.
I think he screws up. I think he screws it up eventually.
Maybe I'm higher and bigger than you are, but I don't know. So
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
All right, that's our keys for both sides of the ball. Let's get into some Lions picks for both of them. So we all took a dub last week. The Lions not only won, but they also covered that 4.5 spread. It looked a little shady, but they went to overtime and got 6 points. So Lions went in cover. So
let's
Lions
go.
have a big spread this week, and they're favored again this week. 7.5 point favors versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think it went up to 8 right now. Are we the
Is it
highest?
8
Like,
now?
I think it did. And are we like the highest spread right now?
Last I saw, the highest was Baltimore and Vegas. Baltimore, I think, was 8.5.
Yeah. So Baltimore still have us by 0.5, but right now we're at 8.
We're at 8. Okay. Yeah. That's crazy. 8 points.
Wow. For a team that played so tough last year, man. Both
They
times.
did. Both times, yeah.
Both times. Shit.
I'll let you start. What do you got? I'll let you start.
I do not have the Lions covering the spread.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, 8 points. This team played us tough last time, both times. And I think we're going to see another a part 3 of that. I think we're going to see another tough battle. I have the Lions winning this game. Not by 8 points, though. If I take a scoring prediction, let's go 21-17 Lions.
Okay. I'm cool with that. All right. And Pierre is taking the Lions to win and the Lions to cover. He's going Lions 31, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 21. So 10-point win for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, okay. I'll take
it.
Do
you have a bold prediction? You didn't say yours.
Oh, my bold prediction? Shit. All right, let's go. Sam Laporta bounces back and has 2 touchdowns this game. Okay. 2 touchdowns. Fuck it.
Over 100 yards or no?
No.
No?
I'm not gonna go that deep. I'm not gonna go that deep. I'll say 70 yards, 2 touchdowns.
70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay. Pierre's bold is Amon-Ra and Jama both go over 100. I think this is one of Pierre's more tamed bold predictions. Like one of his actual ones that I feel like could somewhat happen.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 for both receivers is tough, obviously, but like Pierre be giving me 2 forced fumbles, 7 sacks, Amon-Ra 1,000 yards in one game.
Bro, last week he said Tom Kennedy was gonna throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah, like Pierre has the most absurd bold prediction.
Kennedy?
Like, this is bold. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna take it, but like this is one of his more tamed ones, which I respect a lot.
That's something that's hard to achieve, but it's possible. Like he gives the complete impossible. Let's go all the way and just say Tom Kennedy is gonna throw a touchdown pass.
Like if you were to log on DraftKings or a FanDuel, right? Those odds are not even given. If they were given, it would be probably plus $1 million. Yeah, it'd be something absurd. It'd be something absurd.
Tom Kennedy throwing a touchdown pass in the game? That's like plus. Yeah, that's like plus $1 million. You put $1, you're gonna be rich.
All right, this is a tough one for me because I do think the Lions are gonna win this game, but that 8 points, man, that's a tough spread to cover. I'm kind of going to the same boat as you. I think we're gonna win this game, but I don't think we cover. So I'm gonna go Lions 27, Tampa 21. I think we win by 6. So I think we win, and I think it'll be a good game. So I'll go 27-21 Lions. Bold prediction. This guy just got elevated out the practice squad. We didn't mention it. I'm going to say Tim Patrick making his Lions debut.
Oh.
Gets a touchdown today.
Oh, okay.
Bold prediction.
Let's go. Prediction. Man, that's tough. Right. Yo, I'm still thinking about that spread. Like this is a playoff team. This team that went to the playoff last year. And they got us. Wow.
And they played good last week. It wasn't like they. I know they played the Commanders, not a respected team, but they whooped them. You know, they took care of business. I know they're missing some big pieces defensively, and I do. Like I said, I think the Lions are going to win this game, but I think it's too early in the season to be taking spreads like that, man. It's kind of like last week, man. I didn't think the Bengals were going to lose outright, but I thought that spread was absurd. I just don't think we could have spreads that big this early in the season. There's too much rust. It's not a right time, man. They're going to be more close football games, I feel like, than people are expecting.
What about if you're gonna put a money on that Ravens and Raiders game?
Vegas?
Ravens, yeah, Vegas and the Ravens game.
If I were to bet on that game, that's a tough one because I think the Ravens could take care of business. I know it just kind of minimize everything I just said right now, but the Raiders are not the Buccaneers, man.
I know.
The Buccaneers are solid.
They were a playoff team last year. I get it. Like I said, the spread is weird. Like it shouldn't be this high.
Yeah,
I get the Ravens and Raiders because if that was a college spread, like if it was like 21.5, I'll probably still bet on the Ravens to cover that spread.
That's fair. All right, let's get into our locks. Which are you taking? You got the first pick this week. Are you taking the Ravens?
No.
Okay.
I should. I mean, not. It's not like a bad idea. I should. I mean, I think they're gonna cover, but I'm playing safe here. No Jordan Love. I'm going Colts -2 over the Packers. That's my lock of the week. Just lock it up. Lock that shit up. Lock it up.
I got the second
away the key
this week. I told you I'm going another dog this week. I took a dog last week, and I got to win.
Lucky. That was luck.
I got to win. They didn't even outright. They did. I should just take the money line.
First of all,
I said take the spread. Take the money line for the Patriots last week.
First of all, for the people who probably didn't listen, just mention who you picked last week.
I took the Patriots over the Bengals. I took the Patriots over the Bengals.
That was luck.
Okay,
luck. That's not luck. That is luck.
This is not just win the game. There's points connected here. The Bengals were 7.5-point favorites with Joe Burrow dealing with some wrist injury that I think he's going to deal for the rest of his career, and he does not look like Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase didn't practice, I think, one day all week in practice outside the last week till game day. And T. Higgins wasn't playing that game. There were so many things going against the Bengals. They had no reason to be 7.5-point favorites. I don't care if it's the Patriots or not. So I'm going again this week. I'm taking the dog. It's not a huge dog, but I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals +1.5 against the LA Rams. That's my lock of the week. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison, they're going to get going this week. Marvin Harrison had a bad week 1. Him and Kyler are going to click this week. And maybe I'm biased because I got both of them on my fantasy football team, but the Arizona Cardinals are going to cover, and not only cover, but they're going to win this football game. Take the money line, Arizona Cardinals. Lock of the week.
Shit. Whoa. Hey. No, I usually take our picks, I'll put them in a parlay and hope we get lucky. I'm scared.
No, you're putting it.
No, because of your pick, I'm scared. I'm scared to do it this week.
You're putting him. You're putting the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. Lock.
Oh shit. What's Pierre's pick?
Pierre's taking the LA Chargers -5 versus the Carolina Panthers.
I mean, that's a lock. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I like that pick.
I had a feeling you would like that one.
There's so many juicy picks out here. You have the 49ers going against the fucking Vikings.
You know what my second option was too?
You have the Chargers going against the Panthers, who are completely dog cheeks.
You know what my second you know what my second option was if I was going to take the Cardinals?
Wait.
I was going to roll the Patriots 2 weeks in a row. Patriots 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, hell no.
+3 versus Seattle at home. I'm going to win with the boys from Foxborough again.
Good luck, man.
But I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals.
I think
to win.
I thought that they put the Bills tough last week, man. I thought they were about to win that game for a second. I think
You know what? They actually did. They actually did play the Bills tough. But this week 1, no film. Shit happens.
I don't know, man. You know me. I know you don't like him. I love Kyler Murray. I think he's sweet, and I think Marvin Harrison is gonna be great.
Okay.
So there you go. That's my lock of the week.
If Tyler does this shit 2 weeks in a row, I'm gonna start listening to this dude. if he comes on top this week again, man, I'm just gonna all right, it is what it is. This is what you pick. All right, let's put it together.
I'll put a little disclaimer. You had the first pick this week. If I were to pick first, I was going to take the Colts over the Packers.
But there's so many there's so many other options.
Nope. Cardinals.
The 49ers over the Vikings.
Nope. Cardinals. Sam Darnold's Sam Darnold bench game.
The Chargers over Bryce Young.
I like the Cardinals.
All right, let's go. You like the Cardinals?
All right, we did this last week. I kind of want to do it again this week. We got 14 minutes of game time. I'm still excited and hyped, but like not as excited as hype as I was going into this pod. So can we just watch the video again and get everyone going before the game? And I'm ready to go and turn on the TV and watch this game.
Oh shit! Let's go. You want the video again?
I want the video again.
Tyler wants the video again. So guess what? We got the video again. Let's go.
All right. We will
what we
see you
started
guys
with last year, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Grit.
Peace.
Wait. Let's bring it back. Wait, what were you saying there, Tyler? Tyler, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What are we doing here?
No. I'm saying no. I stopped you midway. I was saying, what were you saying?
Post game. We'll see you guys post game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Play the fucking video.
My bad, man. Shit, I thought you were saying something important. That was important news, man.
No, post game.
I thought you had breaking news.
No, post game.
All right, video. Here we go. Yep.
It's what we started with last year, guys. Grit. And what does it mean? There's a number of teams, they just barely get to the water. Then there's a number of teams, they are in the shallows. And they come in a hurry, man, and they are all over your ass. They strike and move, and they're dangerous, man. You just got to get a hold of them, though. And you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them. Because we'll tread water as long as it takes to fucking bury you.
This is everything I suffered for. The meaning of desire, this is what I call the moment of truth and what you fighting for. You gotta see it in your mind and read between the lines. The truth never lies, look me in my eyes. I go to battle in the field, I'm prepared to die. Took every step to success, now I'm flying high. Got a heart for the vultures with an eagle eye. Run down on you when it's midnight. Pressure makes diamonds and it busts pipes. Take the breath out your lungs and I come alive. There's levels in the war with each sacrifice. There's levels to the game, heirs to the throne. No matter what it costs, I never sell my soul. Yeah, I'm on top now. I never stop now. I'm on top of the world now, I'm in my zone. No matter what it costs, I never sell my soul. I'm on top now.
Middle of the field first. Jamison Williams takes off.
Looking throws deep downfield, wants J-Mo. Inside the 20, got it. 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Jamison Williams.
Levels to the game, heirs to the throne. And this is what I'm on. The king is back.
Game is over.
The king is
Pack it
back.
up, boys. We're going home.
The king is back. Heir to the throne. How real is that?
It's hard to break us now. It's hard to break us. As a matter of fact, you ain't gonna do it.
Levels to the game, heir to the throne. The king is back, and this is what I'm on. How real is that? Yeah, how real is that?